Good morning, class. My name is Devon, and I'm a student from Alston P. I've come to teach you guys a lesson today. Today I'm going to talk about anger management, what it is, why it's important, how you do it, and how communication helps control anger. First, let's go over a little bit of classroom management. One thing that I like to do is if it gets a little noisy in here, I'm going to clap 3 times. In response, I want y'all to clap 3 times back at me and give me your attention. After we quiet down, we'll go back to work. To start out, can you guys give me an example of a time that you had an argument and it escalated into a yelling match? Good. Now I want to jump around a little bit and talk about anger management. Can anyone tell me exactly what anger management is? Anger management is the process of learning to recognize signs that you're becoming angry and taking action to calm down and deal with the situation in a productive way. Now, can anybody tell me why it's important as it relates to health? We all have relationships with many others. Being able to control our anger allows us to keep our cool and find an effective way to communicate our feelings. Before we get into the skills of anger management, I want to talk about a few things as it relates to communication and conflict resolution. I want you to think about if you got into an argument with your best friend. Your best friend is probably someone that is not going to go away just because of an argument, right? So being able to effectively communicate and resolve the conflict is something that would be important to keep the relationship healthy. Let's get into the cues for conflict resolution. There are 5 skill cues for conflict resolution. The acronym for them is I'm mad. And the first one, I, stands for an I statement. And it's a style of communication that focuses on the feelings or beliefs of the speaker rather than the thoughts and characteristics that the speaker attributes to the listener. An example of that would be, I feel like we never get to do what I want to do. I generally go along with you. I don't mind doing with what you want to do, but it'd be nice if I got to choose what we did every once in a while. Next, you have to manage your stress. It is important to realize that not all of your stress is coming from this moment. That can help you control your anger and not lash out on the other person involved. And to do this is take a few deep breaths and think about if this is going to be a problem in later months or even years. And if not, then there's probably no reason to lash out. Next, you have to have mutual conversation. It's extremely important that you find common grounds and have a productive conversation rather than just yell at each other, because you're not going to get anywhere doing that. Next, you have to focus on action and not the person. You make sure that they know that you're mad at what they did and that you're not mad at them as a friend. And then you have to discuss feelings and negotiate a solution together. Instead of yelling at each other and leaving the conversation sour, talk it out and find a way to resolve the problem. Now I'm going to give you an example of this process and how to use conflict resolution skills in a situation. We can go through the steps together and walk you through these steps.